Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time meeting this beautiful girl, you did the absolute right thing by stopping by on my channel today. So my name is Ichechi. I am a Nigerian immigrant based in Ontario, Canada, and on this channel I share travel related content, life generally in Canada, and sharing my experience settling down and navigating this new phase of my life. I really do not know at what point I can say I'm no longer a new immigrant, but I think I'm still within that range, so please go back to my videos, catch up, and please subscribe to my channel. For the OGs, welcome back again. I know it's been a while. I hope you guys have been good, and I trust you're well and doing good in your spaces. So from the title of this video, I am heading to Ottawa for the weekend, and I think it's going to be an interesting vlog, but the main thing is I am going to renew my Nigerian passport in the Nigerian High Commission in Ottawa. So I'm going to share all the details in case you're considering doing this and you do not know how to go about it. I'll be sure to be as detailed as possible when I share the process. So yeah, this is me checking in with you guys. And to do the intro, I know it's been a while and I know I've gained some subscribers, so I thought it wise to introduce myself again. Yes guys, so come with me to Ottawa. Quick outfit check. So my top is by Zara, pants by Next, boots Primark, wristwatch DKNY, handbag DKNY, traveling box Calvin Klein, and that's it. So I am ready to go. Let's roll. up, lovelies? Are you considering the renewal of your Nigerian passport here in Canada? And perhaps you're wondering how to navigate the process. Well, I got you. So that is the entire purpose of this vlog today. I'm going to share with you in a moment from start to bottom about the entire process, my timeline, what to do, and even up to the point of your day of appointment. So if this is the content that you're looking for, then I don't need to tell you to stay to the end of this video. So let's get sharing. Now, the first step towards the successful renewal of your Nigerian passport is to confirm the validity of your national identification number, popularly called NIN. This, I say so, is because it is the most integral part of the entire process. So for those of you who already have like the latest Nigerian ECOWAS passport, you would agree with me that your NIN is already there. However, I would suggest as a pro tip for you to kind of cross-check this information and make sure it matches the actual slip. As a matter of fact, if you have someone back home who can help you confirm this information, please go ahead to do so. Because if for any reason your NIN is invalid or there's an issue with your NIN, you guys recall the period where they brought on the bank verification number and you had to link your NIN. A lot of people encountered issues. So if you are one of such people, you may want to beforehand confirm that your NIN is okay, because you don't want to get there and say perhaps you are pressed for time and you have issues with your NIN. There's a strong possibility that you may have to reschedule your appointment. It's not funny. So please be sure to check all of these things before you even go to the website. I hope this helps you. Still on the issue of the NIN, I would say it's okay for you to actually go with the actual slip, maybe for citing. So on the day of my appointment, I saw people bring theirs, but I didn't bring mine, and quite frankly, I wasn't asked. But I feel like the reason why I wasn't asked was because like I already have the latest ECOWAS Nigerian passport that has your NIN in it. So that could be a possibility, to be honest. I'm thinking that would have been the reason why I wasn't asked for my slip. Some other persons were asked for theirs. So maybe they have the old passport, the one that does not have your NIN. So to be on the safe side, I would always prefer that you take everything and then they pick what they want, than you are short of your documents and you are pretty much stranded. The good thing is I had mine online, like I have like the soft copy. So even if they had asked me, I would have been able to provide that, except they require that I go out to print it. But luckily they did not have to, I didn't have to provide that. So that was okay. Please take yours if you have that. This is pretty much what the landing page of the Nigeria High Commission's website looks like. You would want to click on Apply for Passport Renewal, or alternatively, the first column here. Next, you would find this important notice. Click on Continue and click on Apply for Renewal / Reissue of Passport. This then brings you to this next page where you need to sign up using OpenID format. Now, when you click on this page, automatically you would be asked to provide all these details. And then once you're done providing these details, click on Proceed to continue the process of filling out the rest of the form. Now that you have successfully signed up, the next step, of course, would be to fill in your details accurately, ensure that there are no mistakes. I don't know how it would look like if you were trying to correct a mistake, so I do strongly recommend that you plug in your details correctly. So while filling the form, you would have the option of determining the type of booklet and the validity that you are interested in. Personally, I went for the 10 years with 64 pages, and that cost me a total of 242 USD. If you convert that to CAD, it's over $300. I do not know as of today what the current conversion rates from USD to CAD would be, but just to give you an idea of what the 10 years would cost you, if you are financially able, I would highly recommend that you go for the 10 years, because the process of trying to book for an appointment, making the trip to Ottawa can actually be stressful, and it's not something that you want to be doing every 5 years. So if you can afford the 10 years, by all means proceed with that. I think it's worth it. When you are done providing your details on the application, the next step would definitely be to download a total of 3 documents. But first of all, we would be downloading the application form itself. In that form, it has typically your reference number, the number of booklets you want, the year, it has the cost, the transaction fee. As I mentioned earlier, it's a total of 242 US dollars. So that is one of the forms. And then the second form is your passport payment receipt. Those 2 forms, you would download it. While downloading it, ensure that you print them as well, because on the day of, those are the documents that you will be presenting the moment you enter into the building. That's like the first thing that is required of you to submit. We are making progress, right? Absolutely. So the next step would be to head on to book your appointment. Guys, this was where I got the shocker of my life. Now, I booked this appointment in November. I found a date in March, typically 4 months after. That tells you that there are lots of Nigerian immigrants coming into Canada, right? So even if your passport is not exactly expired, and let's say you have about 2-3 months before the expiration, you can actually start the renewal process. Simply because if you plan on using your passport in the near future, it's ideal. It makes a lot of sense that before the actual expiration date, you now have your passport back, and then you can go on to applying for visas and whatnot. So it's okay to start early, because these days you don't typically book today and then you are having an appointment tomorrow. The times have really changed. So this is me just really pointing that out, that I was really surprised, with the timeline. To be honest, on the day of the appointment, it didn't make sense to me why, like the dates are all blocked. But then again, I don't know what's going on, because maybe my judgment is inaccurate, but with the number of folks I saw, it just didn't make sense to me why it takes forever. At the point where you feel like your forms, you start the application process, it doesn't make sense to me that there's a long time before you actually get in to take your passport photograph. It just doesn't make sense to me, and this is my opinion. I don't understand it totally. When you're done booking for the appointment, the third form, recall I mentioned earlier that there are a total of 3 forms that you would have to download and print out. Now, the third form would be the acknowledgement slip. This tells you that, the booking process has been complete and you now have your date. So that is the third form that you will be printing out and attaching to your envelope, which I will talk about in a moment. Now that we have successfully secured a date, the next thing is to pay a compulsory administrative fee of 50 Canadian dollars. Guys, do not ask me what that administrative fee is for, because I have no idea. Now, you would typically do that using a money order, and you can get a money order from any Canada Post close to you. So typically you would walk into Canada Post requesting that you want to do like a money order, and then you would have to provide the details, which would be the Nigeria High Commission, Ottawa. They actually really have all of these details, but this is just, expediting the process. So you'd have to provide the name of the recipient of the money order, which is the Canadian High Commission. Of course, the $50 is exclusive of tax. It doesn't include your tax, so it's gonna be more, maybe anywhere between $58 plus, or just, but I don't think it's gonna be up to $60 anyways. But maybe provinces differ, so it could be more, it could be less, but the actual fee, less of tax, is 50 Canadian dollars. Another pro tip I thought to share here from my experience while paying for the administrative fee using Canada Posts was that I could only make that payment using a debit card and not a credit card. So be sure to take on your debit card if you are to make that payment, because credit cards are not accepted for money order, or for that money order. I don't know about any other money order, but for that particular one, you'll be needing your debit card to make that payment. The next line of action is getting an express return envelope, also from Canada Post. I highly recommend that you get like the medium size, which is sufficient enough to, fit all your documents, including your already existing passport. I mean the one that you are trying to renew, because that is part of the documents that you would be taking on the day of your appointment. So be sure to get a return envelope that is sufficient enough to contain all your documents. I believe that if you get a size that is probably too small, it has a tendency to cause delays with respect to your application. So it's okay for you to actually get like the medium size, because I feel like that is suitable enough to contain all your documents. Another pro tip, guys, at this point I don't even know how many pro tips I have given to you guys. Personally, this is what I did. Remember how I said that it takes time from the moment you get onto the website to book your appointment and actually to the day of? It takes time. I would strongly recommend that you get your money order as quickly as possible, like after you have booked your appointment and all that. I would rather you get done with the entire process and just keep your documents ready for your trip, so you avoid last minute rush. I say so because the day of my appointment, I saw a lot of people being confused. Some other persons did not even know that they were actually supposed to print that or like do a money order. So this is me giving you this tip that it is okay for you to finish off with everything and just wait for the day of your appointment. I mean, it's much more organized that way. So you can just pick up the document, put it in your bag, luggage, or whatever, and then you're just set for the journey. I'm not a fan of last minute details. I don't know how to do last minute details. I've said this on this channel countless times. I like to plan for everything, so I don't like surprises. So guys, now that we are done with the entire process from confirming that your name is valid to heading onto the website, signing up, providing all your information, downloading your documents, getting your money order, which is the administrative fee, and the whole enchilada. Now, the main thing is your appointment day. Another pro tip is before you book for your appointment, I forgot to mention this, but I just thought of it now, and this is me also adding that. Confirm that the day of your appointment is not actually a public holiday back in Nigeria. Yeah, you don't want to make the mistake of booking an appointment without confirming, and then you get to Ottawa after spending money either by flying in, or whatever means of transportation you decide to come, probably even pay for accommodation, and then it's a public holiday, right? It sucks. So confirm that that day is not a public holiday back in Nigeria. That way they are open here, because I understand that I think they observe like all public holidays that Nigeria also observes. So, and of course those holidays may not apply here, so it's very easy for someone to go with that mindset of, oh, I'm in Canada, so I'm just going to pick a date. Ensure that the date you are picking for your appointment is not a public holiday back in Nigeria. Now, on the issue of my appointment day proper, I picked 9 a.m. To be honest, there was no need for me to rush there before 9 a.m. because, March is still typically within the winter period, right? So, and they do not open before 9, so you were outside. Guys, it was chilly. So, I don't know. I would not tell you to go there early. Also because I saw people who came much later in the day, and they were able to capture. You guys recall how I said I do not understand the rationale behind the scarcity of days with I couldn't reconcile that with the picture I saw. It didn't look like it was packed full, so people literally just walked in much later in the day, and they were also captured. However, do not take my advice simply because you do not know if you would have an issue with your NIN, right? Assuming you were not able to confirm from someone, or you don't know this thing, so still you can come early. But because I had mine and I had already confirmed, I came at 9 a.m. and I was there even before 9. It didn't make sense to me because at the end of the day, I didn't even spend a lot of time once I It is now 9 a.m. and you're officially right inside the Nigeria High Commission building. Now, the first person that you get to meet will demand the following documents from you. Recall the 3 documents I mentioned that you need to download and print. That is the appointment acknowledgement slip, your application form, and the receipts for the passport that you paid for. In addition to these 3 documents, you would also be needing a photocopy of the data page of your international passport, the international passport itself, as well as the money order, which is the administrative fee. These documents would be in the envelope. You do not need to seal it. When you have given this to the person there, they would issue you a number. And for you to proceed to the next waiting area, of course, you would have to put your personal belongings in a cabinet, and they will also ask you to switch off your phone. So when you are at the second waiting area, there's a further verification of your documents that would be done, and that would be to provide your recent passport photograph, as well as now filling in the essential details on your express return envelope, which of course would be your full name, your house address, and your phone number. Once this is done, the next step would be for you to capture, and of course, based on your number, which would be on your appointment acknowledgement slip, they would call you in, and typically the process of capturing doesn't even take up to 5 minutes. At the most 5-10 minutes, you're done. That's it, guys. After that, they just simply ask you to put those documents in a black box, which they would show you, and that's it, guys. You were done. So now that you know the entire process, I would strongly recommend that you go with all your documents, including your NIN slip. They may ask you for it, they may not ask you for it. Guys, I hope this process, I have done more than justice to it. I am hoping that this video was very helpful to you and you did not have any issues whatsoever when applying for your for the renewal of your international passports. Come with me to So I made it to Parliament Hill. It's cold. 여기는 아까 얘기했듯이